Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earlier sessions, we had looked into the various operators present in Python programming language. And in this session, let's look into the control structures available in Python. So control structures is nothing but how the flow of the program works in Python. So there are basically three types of statements. The first one is the sequential statements. Sequential statements. The second one is the decision or selective statements. And the third one is the repetition or iterative statements. So it tells how the control or flow of the statements work in Python. So what is sequential statements? Let's look into it in detail. Sequential statements means the flow of control passes sequentially, that is one after the other. Suppose we have statement 1, statement 1, statement 2 and statement 3. Suppose there are 3 statements and it executes one after the other. That is, the first statement gets executed first. After execution of the first statement, the control or flow passes to the second statement and then the control passes to the third statement. So it gets executed sequentially. So this is what is meant by sequential control statements. And now let's go into the second type of control structure, that is the decision or selective control statements. In this particular statement, a condition is checked. A particular condition is checked. A test expression or condition gets checked. And if the result is true of the condition which it gets checked, then a set of statements will get executed. That is true block. Statements coming under the true block gets executed. And if this condition turns out to be false, another set of statements, that is false block, gets executed. So firstly in the sequential we saw it was working sequentially, whereas in decision or selective, based on the condition, the control flows to the true block or it executes the false block. And once the true block gets executed, then it comes to the normal flow of statements. Once the false block gets executed, it comes to the normal flow of statements. So this is how the decision or selective control statements work in Python. And now let's see what are the different types of decision or selective control statements are present in Python. The first one is the if statement. The second one is if else statement. If else statement. The third one is nested if. And the fourth one is if, elif, else statement. So these are the four types of statements which come under the decision or selective statements. The first one is the if statement, just if. The second one is if else. The third one is nested if. And the fourth one is if, elif and else. elif is nothing but else if condition, which we have already, which comes in the C programming language. In Python, they have given it as elif. So firstly, let's look into the if statement. So here it is a simple if statement. So here the decision or condition is checked if test expression or condition. If any test expression is there, it checks for the test expression. If it turns out to be true, then a set of statements get executed. That is statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 till statement n. So these statements get executed if the condition is true. And after executing this, the sequential flow gets continued. And if the condition turns out to be false, it does not execute anything, but it will come to the sequential flow of statements. So this is the simple if statement. If the condition is true, a set of statements will get executed, and then the sequential flow of the program follows. If the condition turns out to be false, then it does not execute. There is no else block which is to be executed. It just continues with the sequential flow of the program. So this was the if statement under the decision or selective control structures. Now let's move on to the second type, which is if else statement. So in this particular statement, the if condition gets checked if test expression or condition. So if test expression or condition, it gets checked. If the result is true, a set of statements gets executed. That is statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 till statement n. A set of statements get executed if the condition turns out to be true. If the condition turns out to be false, then the else statements gets executed. That is, another set of statements get executed. Statement 1, these two statements are different. Statement n. So here at one particular time, either this block gets executed or this block gets executed. Both will not get executed because the condition can be true or false. If true, this set of statements will get executed. If false, the else statements will get executed. And after executing the statements, the program continues with the sequential flow of statements. So, the sequential flow of statements continues after execution of the if or else statements. So, this was the if else condition. Now, let's move on to the third type, that is nested if. Nested if. For this, there is one if statement. There is one if statement, that is test expression. If the condition turns out to be true, then there is another if statement. So it is basically one if statement within the another if statement. So it checks for another test condition. Say 1. This is text expression. This is text expression 1. If the condition turns out to be true, it executes a set of statements. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. And if the condition turns out to be false, another set of statements get executed. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. And after this, it follows the sequential flow. And if the first text expression turns out to be false, then it does not check for another if statement. It executes the statements which come under the else part, statement n, else part, and after all this gets executed, it continues with the sequential flow of data, of statements. So this is how nested if works in Python. Initially, to check for the first if condition, if it turns out to be true, only if it turns out to be true, it checks for another if condition. So there is one if under another if. So it is nested if. It can have many if statements within a particular condition. So it becomes a multiple if state, nested if or multiple ifs. If it is true, the set of true block gets executed. If false, the false block gets executed. And if the first test expression is false, then it executes the else part and then the control flows with the sequential flow of statements. So this is how the nested if works in Python. Only if the if condition is true, it enters into the second if. So we call it as nested if. So this is how nested if works in Python. Now let's look into the fourth part, that is if, elif, else. If, elif, else is nothing but if, else if and else. So in this case, it checks for the if condition, if test expression. If the condition turns out to be false, then it checks for else if condition, that is elif. Elif. It checks for another if statement. If the condition is true, then it executes elif statements. And if the condition is false, it executes the else statements. It executes the else statements. And after that, the control flows further with the sequential flow of data. And now, if the condition turns out to be true, the if statements get executed. And it flows with the control flows with the sequential flow of program. So here basically we are checking if test expression. If it is true, the true block gets executed. If it is false, then it checks for another if condition. Else if the condition is false, if the if block turns out to be false, it checks for another if condition. If it is true, it executes the elif statements. If it is false, it executes the else statements. So this is how if, elif, else works in Python. Hope so friends, this is clear for you. The decision and selective statements. We have 4 types, that is the if statement, the if else statement, nested if statements and if elif statements. And now let's move on to the third type, that is repetitive or iterative if statements. So in this particular case, a set of statements get executed repeatedly till the condition turns out to be false. For this, firstly there is start, then we have to initialize the loop variables. Initialize the loop variables. Then it checks for the condition. In this case, we have two types, that is the while loop or the for loop. So here, firstly there is start, initialize a loop variable, and then we have the while condition, while test expression. So if the text expression turns out to be true, it executes the statements, while loop statements. It will execute a set of statements. In this set of statements, the loop variable gets updated. So there is also updation of loop variable. And after the loop variable gets updated, it checks for the condition. Again. If the condition is true, again it will perform this. It repeatedly performs this loop till the condition is true. If the condition turns out to be false, then it will end the program or stop the program. So basically there are three things. One is initialization of loop variable, checking the termination expression or checking for the termination, when to terminate, and executing the loop statements and updating the loop variable. So here when we update the loop variable, it again checks if the condition is satisfied. If it is satisfied, the control performs the same statements again. It continues to be in a loop. And if we don't give updation of this loop variable, it may be a case wherein the loop enters into an infinite loop. So we have to update the loop variable so that the termination condition is satisfied, and once the termination condition is satisfied, it will end or stop the program. So this is the loop which we see. So this is called repetitive looping or iterative statements. It keeps on performing iteratively. So this was for the while loop. And the for loop also, we initialize the loop variable in the for condition, and it will perform the for loop statements, update the loop variable, for loop variable, and then check for the test expression. If it is true, it enters the loop again, else it will come out of the program, and this repetitive statements will stop and the sequential flow of statements gets executed. So this was the repetitive or iterative statements. We have the while loop and the for loop under the iterative statements. Hope so friends, this is clear for you. So basically we have three types, that is the sequential control flow, the decision or selective control flow. In decision or selective we have if else, nested if, and if. And then we have the third one is the repetitive or looping statements, in which we have the while loop and the for loop. We will see into more examples in the consecutive session. For now, let's end the session. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.